Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how to perform the CRUD operations ASP.NET Core. Okay, and also in my previous video I have shown already. So I made a video on the migrations. So how to create a class. So how to create a field, a new field to existing database through the migrations. Everything I have discussed yesterday in my previous video. Please refer that link. Okay, so first of all we have to create a class. So what class? So we need to work. So the class I have defined already. Here you can see I have created one class. Okay, we will go step by step. First of all, when you perform any operations in ASP.NET Core, you need to perform some configurations also. Okay, so create repository. So we will go in how the real time in real time how we are working. So I will show that. Okay, first of all you need to create the repository, iRepository. So in this iRepository I will create one class. Okay, sorry, it's in debugging. Okay, create a iRepository. So for that I have to take the interface class. Okay, so I'm giving the name as the customer, iCustomer repo. Okay, iCustomer. Okay, so I have created one interface class. Everybody know the interface class is by default public. So you don't need it, doesn't accept any access modifiers, only for the declarations only. Okay, only you have to do perform the declarations only here. Okay, so declare methods here. So IEnumerable of class type T, type means customer. Okay, get customers. Okay, this is a method. Okay, so we need to take the reference. So it will, yeah, they are gone. Okay, so this is for the only for declarations only, method declarations only. Okay, if you want to implement this, you have to implement that in class. Okay, every interface class implemented in separate class. Okay, that is the repository. Okay, add a class. I'm going to give a name customer repository. Okay, customer repo, that is iCustomer, this is the customer repo. Okay, now you can see what will happen. So first of all we need to inherit that. Already we have created one class, so we need to inherit that interface class iCustomer, sorry, iCustomer repo. Okay, after that we need to implement those methods in this class. Implement. Okay, you can see already the classes came here. Okay, now we need to start the implementation. Before we start the implementation we need to create the instance. So how to do that I will show you. Okay, first of all we have to retrieve the data from the DB. So how to retrieve? We need a database context class. What is our database context class? I will show you. In the models you can see yeah, this is the Northwind context. This is our database context. So you need to create instance in this where you want. Okay, Northwind DB context. So after that you need to pass this in constructor based dependency injection. So how to create the constructor based dependency injection I will show you. CTO or click on double tap. Okay, so you need to pass this database context in this constructor. Okay, so after that you have to define like this. Okay, now you are able to consume the all classes which is inside the database context. You can call those classes here. So how to call it I will show you. Okay, where list of items, list items equal to. Okay, before that, okay, first of all let me complete this. After that I will show that in the startup class what we have to do. Okay, this is the Northwind context dot. Actually I want to retrieve the data from the DB customers data. Okay, so this is the customers. So I want to retrieve the data in the form of list collection. Okay, to list. Okay, now my part has done. Okay, we are getting the error. Okay, sorry, we have to return the list items here. Okay, Control Shift B. We have created the see, the class has created, the repository has created, and we have implemented here. Okay, implementation. Okay, we have to implement it here, implemented already. Now whatever the repository classes you have created, those repository classes you have to register in the middleware, that is the startup class. So how to register them into the startup class, I will show you. Directly go to, okay, let me close this. In the startup class you can see, yeah, the important thing you have to keep in mind, when you are working with the HTTP client, you have to register into these services, otherwise the HTTP client doesn't work. Okay, after that the second step is you have to register your repository classes here. So how to add, I will show you. The add scope angle brackets, and what is our repository classes? I product customer. Okay, I customer repo, comma, implementation class customer repo. Okay, and method close. Now, so why I have defined here, when you make a request from the browser, so this add scope services create instance for your repository classes. So once the repository classes get instantiated, it will call the methods which is inside the I repository. Okay, I customer repo. Okay, so once you make a request, the I customer repo will call the get customer. Okay, so next, what next? Yeah, routing and controller call. This is the final step. So when you make a request, first the request will hit the controller, so we need to call the I repository into the controller. So how to do that, I will show you. Okay, add the controller, we are using the web API controller, so select the API, so API controller empty. Okay, I'm going to name it as a customer's controller. Okay, so here the important thing, here also you need to use the constructor based dependency injection. Why we need? Because you have to call the I repository here. What repository? You have to call this I customer repository into this controller. So how to do that? Create instance that. Okay, I customer. So directly copy that. Okay, that is our controller. Okay, customer repo. So you need to create the customer repo. So after that you need to create the constructor. In the constructor you have to pass this our repository. So this is called the constructor based dependency injection. Okay, so later you know what you have to do. Okay, now we have created instance, and so we have created the constructor based, this is the constructor based dependency injection. We have done everything. So now create a method. Okay, create a method. So what method? So when you make a request from the browser, so why I'm making request? To retrieve the data from the DB in the form of list collection. So for that, what I have to do? Just already I have created this one, so just I'm going to copy this and I will explain. Okay, so I'm going to change this name as get customers. Okay, get customers. Okay, enumerable is a type. Is a type of this. Type means is a table. So I mean class. It's a customers. Okay, CUSTOM customer. We need to take the references. Yeah, now the method is get customers. Okay, so here you can see I want to call the repository class methods. Okay, this is the customer report this repository has a methods called get customers. Okay, I hope you got it. So now get customer, I want to change this also, list customers, and I want to return this, control shift B. So what will happen when you make a request, that directly the request will hit the this API dot controller. The controller is nothing but this is our controller name, okay. When you make a request from the browser, the request will identify the which controller I need to hit, okay. So based on the routing, so it will hit the controller. So after that the controller will this request will switch the controller action method. So based on our HTTP string method name, so the request will identify the controller and action method. So how it will happen, I will explain. So based on the routing, the request will reach the controller action method, okay. Let it load. First of all, I will copy this, okay. Where is our data? What happened? Okay, this is our window, okay. Control V slash, actually the controller name we have to give here, okay. The controller name is, the controller name is nothing but the customers, okay. After that, this is the method we have to call, okay. Based on, okay, first of all, okay, based on this routing configuration, the request will identify the which control action method it's need to hit, okay. Already hit here, so I'm going to debug. You can see total how many, count 207 customers has returned, okay. Yeah, it seems a little bit clumsy. We will test that in the, okay, Postman. You can see the customer ID 10 SSSD. This is the 207 list of customers who have returned, okay. And the going forward, I will explain the how to use the link to SQL, how to use the store procedures in the ASP.NET Core. So one by one I will discuss everything, okay. Thank you so much.